What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the show. I'm your host, Daryl, as always. And on this episode, we're going to be talking about whether or not Texas has a quarterback controversy. But before we jump into the episode, I just want to first give a thanks to everyone who has supported the channel so far. I think I'm one subscriber away from hitting 520. Probably could have been a lot higher, but I took a few days off from making any content. But I'm back at it. So thank you to everyone. And if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. And as always, hit that bell so you can stay up to date on all the latest videos and hit that like and subscribe button. All right. So does Texas have a quarterback controversy? I'm going to say yes, right? And this is the reason why I'm going to say they have a quarterback controversy. If you rewind to about what 3 weeks ago, a month ago, whenever Texas spring game was, Quinn Ewers did not play very much in that game. Um, Archie Manning took the majority of the snaps. He finished with 355 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception, playing 19 of 26 attempts, right? And then Quentin Ewers had, he had some time playing too, but on his first pass, he threw a horrible interception to the defense. That a defensive lineman or a linebacker returned it for a touchdown. And obviously it's spring, but you know, Quentin Ewers is definitely, I feel like, looking over his shoulders, right? And the pressure's been on for a while. The pressure has been on Quentin Ewers since Archie Manning, committed to Texas, right? And a lot of things come with um, Archie Manning's presence on campus, right? So the last name, right? His, he got two very famous um, family members and Peyton Manning and Eli Manning, right? His grandpa is very famous. He played quarterback for the Saints. Uh, you know, Social media was shoving Archie Manning's highlights down our throat when he was a quarterback in high school. Um, every time he did anything, you would see on Instagram and on ESPN and all of these sports media outlets that follow high school football, you would see Archie Manning, um, scrambling and throwing the ball in high school, right? Them hyping up his highlights, right? So he had a lot of pressure. I mean, he had a lot of hype coming into Texas. And then you think about the media day, right? So there was a Big 12 media day last year, and everyone was pretty much surrounding Archie Manning, and Quinn Ewers was sitting at the table by himself. If y'all remember that video, that clip, that picture, right? And then you also have to think about, Quinn Ewers has not, to me, and maybe to a few other Texas fans or just college football fans who follow and watch a lot of different teams, he hasn't really lived up to his expectations, right? So at one time when Quinn Ewers committed to Texas, uh, he was said to be the guy that was going to bring Texas another championship, and also was said to be the guy that was going to put Texas back on the map. Now, Texas did have a deep playoff run last year. They lost to um, Washington in the playoffs. Quentin Ewers didn't play bad. He didn't play great, but he played steady, right? But in his career, he has 5,656 passing yards. He's a 64.3%. He has a 64.3 completion percentage. Um, and he has 37 touchdowns. Not bad, but not ideal for a quarterback who was crowned a quarterback who would bring Texas back and put Texas back on the map. And so this year, right, Quinn Ewers is under a lot of pressure. And the reason why is because they're moving to the SEC. They were so close last year, right? They had a deep playoff run, like I previously mentioned, and they lost in the playoffs. But if you look at all of the media outlets, again, for college football, Texas is moving into the SEC, and a lot of people have Georgia and Texas 1 and 2. And you probably can change them out, right? You probably can put Texas 1, Georgia 2, and everyone else in the SEC is falling behind Texas and Georgia, right? So that's a whole lot of pressure on this Texas team. That's a whole lot of pressure on Steve Sarkisian, but is even more pressure on Quentin Ewers. And so if Quentin Ewers come out struggling in week 1 or week 2 or versus Texas first big opponent, which I don't have Texas schedule in front of me, but Texas first real challenge and he comes out struggling, I would not be surprised if I see Archie Manning coming in a game after halftime in any game where Quentin Ewers is struggling. And I like Quentin Ewers, but what I'm saying is that Archie Manning and the pressure to see Archie Manning, um, start is building up for this Texas team. And Steve Sarkisian was really coy, and that's what he's supposed to do as a head coach. He was saying that the plan all along was to get Archie Manning some snaps and get some other guys that was behind Quentin Ewers some snaps. But that's what a coach is supposed to say. A coach is not supposed to come out and say, "Hey, well, we want to see Archie Manning get the majority of the snaps because Quentin Ewers just hasn't been living up to, his expectations." He doesn't want to completely emasculate Quentin Ewers and tank his confidence, but you can read between the lines, man. You can read between the lines. I think Quentin Ewers coming into the SEC, coming in with this Texas team who has really, really big expectations, has a really, really small um, window of opportunity to make mistakes, right? And so um, I think Texas has a full blown quarterback controversy on his hands. I would not be shocked if I would not be shocked if Archie Manning is the starter come week 2 or week 3. This Texas just has too much. Their window for a championship is wide open, right? Texas would love to play a playoff game at home, right? In Doak Campbell Stadium, right? So I don't think Quentin Ewers has very, very has. I don't think Quentin Ewers has a lot of room at all to make any mistakes and possibly derail this team's opportunity to make another deep playoff run and bring a national championship back home, Texas. All right, so that's all I got. Let me know in the comment section below if you think that Texas has a quarterback controversy. Let me know if they don't have a quarterback controversy, or if you want to talk about anything else outside of Texas having a quarterback controversy. Uh, just let me know in the comment section below. As always, thanks to everyone who support the channel. Uh, don't forget to leave a like, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already subscribed. Until next time, I'm out.